Grand rising, grand arrival, grand return. Peace and blessings to the righteous and repentant alike. I am Sophia of the AmaruKhan Band of Indians, and this is your daily transmutation report where we practice manipulating the incoming rays to the earth in a format that best serves our Creator. Today is Monday, September the 16th, 2024, 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, coming to you from the Sunshine State. We have our sun at 24 degrees of Virgo. We have our moon at 0 degrees of Pisces, very, very close to our Pisces full moon. That'll be happening late tomorrow night. I did not notice this until now, but Uranus is also in first of all, let me take a step back. We have a bunch of planets in retrograde now. We are well into retrograde season. We have Uranus in retrograde, which happened all the way back at the beginning of the month, the first of the month, and I didn't notice until now. We have Sedna that is also in retrograde, 1 degree of Gemini. So, because Uranus is at this 27 degrees, we know that I believe it's 26 degrees or 25 degrees is Algol. So it's very much like hovering around. Algol is a fixed star. Excuse me, let me add that. And so it's very much hovering around this whole concept of losing your head. And so we have to really watch, even though I should have mentioned this 16 days ago. But nevertheless, we have to watch for people doing attacks on our head. I don't know exactly what that looks like, but that's really the energy that's coming through. Okay, so we have also in retrograde, of course, Aries. Chiron has been in retrograde for a while. Neptune is still in retrograde. Saturn is still in retrograde. Pluto is in retrograde. So we have a lot of stuff in retrograde. I do believe the next planet going into retrograde is Mars, but we're following that. Okay, so the energy today is still kind of hovering around this Mars North Node South Node square situation that's going on. Both of the North Node and the South Node are square to Mars, all at 6 degrees. So that energy is still hovering around. We also have kind of this, there's a square between the moon and Sedna. The moon at 0 degrees of Pisces and Sedna at 1 degree of Gemini. And there's a trine between, who is that? Vulcan at 1 degree of Libra and Sedna. So there's a lot of energy focus at Sedna. Sedna being, of course, the unconscious, primal fears, unseen forces. So again, a lot of energy around this whole reworking of your head, rebuilding of your head, something like that. It's a little bit unusual, but we'll see how it ties into the rest of the report. Of course, if you'd like an in-depth look at the astrology, please contact your favorite astrologer, as they are more qualified than I to give you in-depth information on how these astrological influences relate to your actual chart. Alright, so on day 14 of the moon cycle, this is full moon season, so we are, like I mentioned, in that energy. The moon is in Pisces, just moving into position. We have a 13.7 day old moon, 96.6% illumination with a moon set time of 5:20 a.m. and a moon rise time of 6:50 p.m. Our moon governor is Ezhobar, and the 14th head of the moon sphere can be of great value to the spiritualite, inasmuch as he can reveal to him the secrets of creating within himself without difficulties the most diverse esoteric and spiritual faculties by the help of moon spirituality, which later may possibly be also applied in the other spheres. The spiritualite is at the same time taught the polarization of the powers. Furthermore, how to bring about in a certain way the levitation of himself and of other people, or even of other objects, by force of Kabbalistic with a Q moon spirituality, by change of polarity of gravity. The spiritualite also learns how to acquire the faculty of interpreting symbols that he sees in the moon sphere by force of clairvoyance. Ezobar teaches the spiritualite to comprehend the laws of the moon sphere from the spiritual Kabbalistic point of view and how to control them practically. So, creating within himself the most diverse esoteric and spiritual faculties. So this would explain the energy that's kind of focused on Sedna and what Uranus is doing. This is definitely bringing about a higher level of spiritual faculties in those who acknowledge it, and the ability to work these faculties in ways that are basically new to us at this time. So we have a lot of energy coming in, and other things to help support our evolution from the inside. So we may see a spiritual evolution on the inside prior to this physical evolution that most people are expecting to see. Alright, so for our astroterography sun sign decan, we are in 9 of Cups energy, which is dreams, enjoyment, and happiness. And this can be transmuted with the 9 of Coins, which is success, great love, and rewards, through the lens of the 8th house in Pisces, which is to pay attention to details and don't solely rely on intuition. Now is not the time for the pie in the sky, 10 of Cups. Everything is just whatever I dream it to be. Now is the time for practical. Where are the coins at? Where's the solutions at? Where's the money at? Where's what you promised me? Now is the time for that. So this is just emphasizing that we need to see the actual results of what's going on. This is the Mars square the nodes energy. The your gut instinct is to say, I need a physical response, and the nodes are saying, well, no, remember the past or remember the future. And Mars is like, no, I want to remember right now. Where is my coins? Like, that's the energy that's coming through. Alright, so for our North Node decan, we are in 2 of Wands energy, which is plans, travel, and new ideas. This is our outside influence card and also our Jezebel card. And this can be transmuted by the 2 of Swords, which is indecision, solutions, and difficulties, which is our intuition card, through the lens of the 2nd house in Libra, which is to prefer to work with others and don't want to care for self. So again, this has to do with using your intuition to determine if what is happening to you is the correct thing or the incorrect thing. If you got what you asked for, if you didn't get what you asked for. But using your intuition to still decide to work with others. This is not a time where you shut down and you say, I'm never working with any of these spirits again, so on and so forth. It's like, no, I don't want to work with the ones who don't perform. You're banished from my existence, from my sphere. And I am going to work with the ones who are willing to and do the things that they are supposed to do for me. So that's the kind of energy that we're in with this North Node. Alright, so for our Tree of Life yearly progressions and predictions, we are in Venus energy, and this is the 8 of Swords, which is overthinking, self-criticism, and entrapment. And this can be transmuted by using the 8 of Wands, which is travel, movement, and communication, through the lens of the 9th house in Gemini, which is to learn how to properly use words and wisdom. So as Uranus and Sedna are transforming our head, you know, being on this whole algal star, and Sedna being our unconscious, not just the subconscious, but the unconscious, with these Vulcan, which is all about perfectionism, and it was trying to, the moon, which is our emotions. These things are kind of working together to basically, I would say, transform our mind, but put our mind and our emotions, our subconscious, not just our mind, our subconscious mind and our emotions, which is our conscious mind, into alignment. And so if you're using this energy properly, you can use words and wisdom to not only navigate this time, like for example, astrology is a type of wisdom you can use to be aware of what's going on. And then if you're able to put words to that, like I do, and talk about it just into people's everyday life, then it could help them understand that what they're going through is not some weird thing. It just is what it is, and it's nothing to be worried about. So if you enjoy this type of astrology content, please feel free to join us over on YouTube, where my handle is Sophia Spiritualite. And if you're interested in these slides, you can join us over on the Schumann Mystery School, where we have a PDF of the slides for the month that you can go through and get your, plan your best days to get certain things done. So thank you for joining us for today's daily transmutation report. Peace and blessings, and we'll see you tomorrow.